placement of those fingers. Your G, your starting pitch is beautiful. You can hear the overtones and like you can hear the G string ringing as you played it. But other ones, the C was a problem. And so was your F's. What key is this in?
C.
So, where should that second finger be in relation to the first finger? Touching.
Yeah.
What was yours doing?
Well,
We're going to try something. I'm going to have you do this one again. I know it's technically not going to be sight reading it then.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to record you playing this.
Oh, no.
Just so you can hear it, okay? Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Oh God,
Let's
I did worse
listen.
that time.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Hold on. What you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Look at your right. Look at your left hand.
Mm-hmm.
You see how tense that is?
Yeah.
That little click was my, I'm pretty sure that was my tuner going off because it was in tune. So that's good. See, the G sounds really good. That one was not so good.
Mm.
And that's a problem right there. And that one's a problem too. And that was So we just recorded her sight reading.
Okay.
And how do you think that helped you? What do you realize about your playing now?
I'm tense and I always play the wrong notes.
Let's be more constructive. Let's be more constructive. So you recognize that you are tense and you're seeing it now for yourself.
Yeah.
Have you seen the lesson videos that we put on YouTube? You should watch yourself.
Oh, I'll send them to you.
This will be a good tool. Can we just isolate this bar, these last 3 bars, because this basically encompasses all of the treble spots you just had.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. 1 and 2 should be
Touching.
so.
But I'm touching. I just,
So if they're supposed to be in tune.
Sweaty?
Yeah. Gross.
What note is that? What note is that?
Mm-hmm. F.
F. So what are you playing?
F sharp.
So what should you play?
So why don't you isolate it even more?
Let's
Because
play
you're
that.
having trouble with getting. Is it F natural? It is,
The
right?
F natural.
Yeah.
So go from whatever note comes before the F natural to F natural and keep doing that.
Good idea. Do it again.
One more time. It was a little off,
Yeah,
right?
that was a little sharper. Do it 3 times in a row correctly.
Take your time. There you
Good.
go. Those were better. better.
Yeah.
A lot
And when
better.
you're doing these, don't like Allison said, take your time because you don't want to be doing this mindlessly. If you need to think about, okay, where is this in relation to the other note, that's completely fine. You need to take that time to mentally arrange yourself.
Did you go over like what to look at when you sight read something? Like
Briefly.
before you sight read, look over what your trouble spots are, and not just like in the piece, because that's like you're gonna
That's
see
true.
some trouble spots in the piece that you're like, oh, I know that's one. But for yourself, low twos are a problem for you, so you have to look for those low 2s and go, okay, I know it's gonna be a low 2.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
So, where's that spot again? Are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why don't you do that again?
From 13 or from there?
Do it from 13.
Can you try? I know this might be too much to ask right now. You can play fourth finger. Do you want to try practicing that? Because otherwise you're going to become reliant on open strings. And that's not something you want to
Honestly, I think we should, just because I know her piece, one of your pieces, or a couple of them, actually have to deal with fourth finger now.
And
So,
first-hand experience,
That's what I
people
was
who
thinking.
don't practice fourth finger when they start out like as beginners cannot play
It's
it
wrong.
reliably. It's very hard for them to use it. So
Okay.
oh, so much
that
better.
was great.
So much better.
That was great. I should have specified with fourth finger. If it's a moving passage where like you're not surrounded by like for this you're going from a string note to another A string, like open A. That's fine, but you don't want to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that I should have specified, but
No, that's good.
that was great. I think this is there you go.
Okay, now you know what notes are in a B flat scale, right? Okay. So why don't we just play major 1? 2, 0, 2, low 1. Before we play, can you tell me the notes?
B flat to F.
And then low 1.
Oh, B
Is-
flat.
Do you want to try doing the octave first? That might.
That might help.
So. Tune that up. There you go.
Okay.
It might not be a bad idea to play this with like a drone.
Mm-hmm.
Get this up.
Yeah. There
That's
you
gonna
go.
make it easier.
One more time.
Get it up.
Mm-hmm.
When your violin is up, you play so much more in tune.
Sound and intonation.
Singers, we have this thing. It's really kind of weird. It's called speakers up because you gotta sing with your sternum up. You can't sing collapsed. So
Yeah.
get the boobies up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But that helps because it's totally applicable to violin. For lack of better words, get your speakers up, girl.
Okay.
Get the violin up.
It's just, you gotta play. You always have to play like you're playing in Hosmer, like you're playing a concerto. Because if you practice sometimes like this and practice sometimes like this, you're creating bad habits, and your fingers are not going to be in the same places. Major 4, what are the notes?
B flat.
Mm-hmm.
E, G, B flat.
E, G, B flat.
E flat, B. Wait, E flat, E flat, G, B flat?
Yes. But with these arpeggios, how it works is you're always going to be starting on the tonic note. So it's going to be instead of.
You see? Okay, Alex, play it again. See how she always keeps her hand position in the same spot?
Yeah.
Try to do that. Try to just think of like the cello. You keep your hand in the same spot when you're in one position.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of thinking, oh my god, I gotta shift, no, you don't. Stay there. You can move your fingers around the whole thing.
Speakers up.
There you go.
No, I can't see
I'll
it.
send it over here. Do you use like a pivot finger when you play? I feel
Like, what do you mean?
let me try to like. Sort of. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Her first finger is always in the same spot. She uses it as a pivot. So if you can do
Yes, that's
that
okay.
would be.
Because your finger, especially for like these arpeggios, it's in the same spot. Like, you don't have to do this to this.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you create extra work by picking it up and moving it when you can play your open fifth?
And if you just got your violin up a little bit more, it would be
That G would have been,
perfect.
yeah, you played the fifths correctly.
Yeah.
That was in tune. The third wasn't in tune, but everything else was.
So
That
much
was
better.
perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay.
One more time.
Okay, what's special? Okay, what is special about this arpeggio, G, B flat, D?
It's difficult.
No, but think about the notes. How should this make it easier having G, B flat, and D in this arpeggio? Two of your strings are G and D.
Oh,
So you can use this to your advantage when you're playing. The D is obviously going to be easy because that's an open string. Tune that. Tune that B flat. There. At least you're ending on the right note. Before we move to minor, you really need to. I think you should really be more solid on the major arpeggios.
When you practice, do the scales first and say all the names in the scale. Go to minor, say all the names in the minor scale. Then go through these. Like, when I had these tests, what I would do, I don't know if this is, like, bad or not, but, like, I would write down, okay, 2, low 4, 2, 1, low 1. And I'd write down the names. So I can...
You know what? There is no shame in doing that. If
Because
you
I
don't-
couldn't memorize it by... The numbers were killing me because I had to learn the note names as well. So I would write down on that piece of paper, minor 1, note names, major 1, note names. And just go through that too and play them at the same time. Like,
That's going to
Same
create that's going to create a better understanding because you're not just saying, oh, that's a 2. You're saying, oh, that's a B flat.
Yeah.